Alright, how's it going tonight, everyone? Welcome. Happy Thursday. Sorry for the late start. I napped and then I was watching the hockey game. I was like, should probably stream. So, anyways, I just started tinkering with this literally as I was waiting for the ads to finish playing. The conversation manager, we need a way to just, the conversation manager backends need a way to just save and remove people. So, we, yeah. We don't need this right now, but we're gonna need it soon. So it's like, just knock it out. It should be easy. But now I'm realizing already that this isn't as easy as it should be. So part of that problem is... Oh, okay. We should update this too, but okay. We just didn't, okay. Oh, we do the announcement and the message. Okay, so we're gonna put that in here. Whether or not it should be announced and what the message is. I was debating on it, and it seems like, remember, we're trying to aim for being able to reproduce the layouts of the windows and stuff as things come back. Like, even if you're disconnected, right, you close the program while you're disconnected, it comes back, everything looks the way it was when it was there last. So we need stuff like that. But we also need a conversation manager. Let's see. Are we connected to that signal? No, we are not. Okay. I guess we can put this in, but this is going to generate a whole bunch of crap of work that we need to do that's missing, but that's okay. Give me these 4. Like, we can add these and make a, well, let's shelf that. Hold on, let's, there's other cleanups I want to do first. HG branch, confman, backend members. Start of vfuncs for members. Okay, yep. Okay. So there's something I learned about a while ago that we should be doing here instead of this. Or, does it really matter? So we've done it a couple times, but there's G signal group. I don't know that we can add multiple targets to this. That would be cool, but I don't know that we can. Oh, right. Because you call set target or something. There's no add target. Yeah, so this actually doesn't do us much good. Except create more work for us to deal with. Although, do we do blocking on these? If we do blocking, it makes sense. Okay, well, we disconnect that way. How's it going, Subuntu? Welcome. How are you? Does this make sense or not? Alright. Before we worry about this, let's worry about the easy thing we want to do today. I started a discussion on Discourse. Ivan was the only one who responded, which is fine. I asked a couple other people, nobody did, but it's alright. So, we are going to move the idle screensaver plugin from Pidgin to purple. Now, this might be a little contested, but we removed the GDK code. So now it only has X11 code. And the reason to move it to purple is because it's useful for other purple UIs. Yeah. Alright. So, I did that on my laptop, that's why I don't have the branch here. And I'm realizing too with the idle screensaver stuff, or with the idle stuff, so I started the Windows one. I've got some work on the Windows one. I don't really want to work on that tonight. But we need one for WL routes, and we may need different ones depending on the different idle protocols of Wayland, because Wayland. But X Screensaver only uses the xlib API, and talks directly to that, and it's fine. So that's cool. The Windows one, I'm trying to figure out how the hell to get Windows messages in the app, and so far it's not working. Because I am not a Windows programmer. But yeah. Alright, so now we should be on the right part. Yep, okay. So we want to HT move idle X screensaver to ... purple plugins. Pidgin Mason build, or Pidgin plugins Mason build. Idle X screensaver gone. Purple plugins Mason build. Subdir idle X screensaver. And this is different than if it was like some other random X API, because it's literally X screensaver. Like we literally ask for atoms that only get changed, like the screensaver status, whatever. This is what X screensaver sets. This is what it does. But since we moved the API, what we need to do is the header's going to fail, or the header's not going to fail, but purple idle.c. We need to grab this guy. And probably like, but you have UI code in purple, and you're not wrong, but we're gonna guard it. We're gonna make it a feature, an option, and blah blah blah, and it'll be fine. How's it going, Mr. Love Pickle? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so this does a little hackery, but it works. So when the plugin gets loaded, we figure out we open a new connection to the X server. We grab the root window. We grab the atoms for blanking and the screensaver status. And then we set our input mask to only care about property change. And then we add an idle source for, to handle everything. And then we pass the display to that. Then in our idle source handler, we just go through whatever pending events we have while we're idle, and we rip through them. We look to see if we have a property notify, that's a property new value, which it was for the X screensaver status thing. And if it is, then we grab that atom, we grab the property of that atom. And if we get blank or unblank, then it goes. And this works, it does the right thing. That's mostly the same code that we had before. Okay, that's the only other pigeons in here. Cool. So, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, this still has the pigeon dep in it. This didn't need to be here anymore. I just forgot to remove it previously. Now I wanted to clean that up too. And this should say purple plugin directory. I think that's a thing. Yeah. So the whole point of this that I realized was, well, game is GTK, and it could be running on X, and it's going to need the same idle providers, right? So it makes sense to provide them in here. But so this is going to get a little bit different, because what we need to do is we need to say Mason options.txt. Excuse me. And we're going to say option idle X screensaver type feature description enable X screensaver idle detection support. Okay. So then what we need to do over here, yeah, then we're going to say feature get option idle X screensaver feature dot disable if. It's been a minute since I've done this. I forgot where we did it too. Excuse me. I thought it was option. All right, well, what the hell does get option return? Or, yeah. It returns a feature. My bad. Disable auto if. Oh, I forget. Oh, this gets complicated. I don't remember what it is. Returns the feature with auto converted to disabled if the value is true. Okay. So we want to do disable auto if not 11 dep.found, and then we say if feature dot enabled or something. Feature dot enabled. Yeah, I think that's what we want. Oh, and then this needs to change to feature. I don't think we need this anymore with that. Let's see. So we had a new section for these two. Okay, so that's set to auto. Oh, right. I have to say feature.enabled. Okay, then it says true or false. Wait, why did it get disabled? Do I not have xlib? That should have very easily gotten enabled. I should have everything for that. Oh. No. Yeah, okay. I'm like, I couldn't remember if I added the subdirectory or not. Code spell, glib, purple. It doesn't look like it ran this. Oh, no. Yeah, so it found it. So what the fuck? Oh, right, wait. It's because feature's not there. Ugh. This is where it gets stupid. It's set to what? Okay, so I think we want allowed. Okay, now it says yes. Now we're looking for X12, which is a thing, but not obviously not what we want, and we don't have it. I'm an idiot. No, that should have. Wait, what? Why did that work? Shit, where was this? Oh, I might need to tell it to clear its cache. No, it did not find X12. Okay. So what the hell? Like I said, this gets weird and shitty. Returns the object itself, the value is true. An error if the object is enabled and the value is false. A disabled feature if the object is auto or disabled and the value is false. Yeah, I don't want to require it. We went through this on something. Where the fuck was this? No, I should have found it in the subprojects. I think we tried to do this here, and it didn't make sense, and it just didn't work. Yeah, whatever. We'll just do it the easier way. So, required equals get option idle X screensaver. Too far. So this is saying yes. Why can't I remember where the hell this damn thing keeps... Oh, that's an Ibis. X11 host machine, yes. Okay. We're going to change this to say X12 again and see what happens. So now it says no. Why can't I remember where the fuck this block is? I think it's moving. Okay, X12. All right, cool. So that looks like it's working the right way. Right, so if the package isn't found, then it disables the thing. Cool. But we want it to work and build, so yes, okay. We might move the X11 dep around, but it also, I don't think it hurts to reuse it because it just caches it, so it's fine. So, yep. It looks like a bunch of work, but it's really just namespace and changing the build system stuff, and it's fine. Cool. Alright, I just realized I don't think this works in the flat pack build, but I don't know that the flat pack can get, I don't know, whatever. Each branch, each check in purple, move the idle, screensaver, plug into with purple. C. Oh, that's not the right thing. For more, or for the discussion. So, one of the other reasons, I didn't bring this up yet because I kind of forgot, but I just remembered right now. Like, Finch had some plugins that depended on X11, right? So, like, if you were running in an Xterm, or an X terminal, it would add, like, clipboard support and stuff like that, right? And that kind of stuff's fine, right? You integrate with the system that you're running under. That's what this is for. So, flip the configuration, or fix the dependency name to verify that the feature would automatically get disabled. Sure. Like, we can call them turtles, but it shouldn't matter because we didn't actually. Well, we should. Yeah. We'll just run them anyways. It's fine. Oh, yep. Look at that. Good thing we did. This is why we have the turtles command. $46.32. And so-called in the turtles. Cool. Easy peasy, nice little warm-up task. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I was gonna work on the rest of the conversation manager stuff. Like, that's important because that bug's been here forever. We really need to get the request page thing done before we start thinking about a release. So we should go and do that. Like, because there's a bunch of work that needs to be done here. Remember, I wanted to have this all done before June. Because I wanted June to focus on, like, build issues and bugs. And maybe start looking at cleaning up figuring out the builds on Mac and Windows and stuff. Alright. Alright, so where do we even get here right now? Oh, that can go away. Okay, yeah, so we actually have quite a bit here. Sweet. We don't have the QR code done yet. Image doesn't work, but we had to do the choice in the list. But that's okay. Okay. Oh, demo still has the old stuff? Okay, we should get rid of that. Or, and we can just not merge it too. Like, it should be done, but it's useful right now to people until we get the other one done. Alright, because right now it doesn't work. Yep, okay. Implemented. All right. Whatever. We don't have to put this in here. Oh. Ow. I'm sitting cross-legged, and apparently my ankle was not happy with that. It hurts. Provide the menu item was gone and called in the territories. Okay. Back to here. Let's finish this thing and go. Did we do image? I don't think we did image. No, we didn't do image. Why don't we do image yet? Thanks. So in Pidgin 2, this was just a display. There wasn't a way for the user interface wasn't meant to like change it. It wasn't like, hey, request an image from the user, right? It was display this image to the user. So let's split these up. Static GTK widget star Pidgin request page generate boolean. I'll take the request field. All right, the point of doing this is just to clean this up. All right, so we say widget field equals generate boolean request field. For this one, it's obviously not a big deal, but for the other stuff, it'll be easier. Or it'll be easier to understand what's going on and stuff. Right, we're just separating out the code so that this focuses on the logic rather than the implementation. Right, so again, you know, so be widget field equals Pidgin request page, generate string. And then this, which is a whole bunch of bullshit, right, goes away. Well, goes over here. This is the kind of stuff that like we should be doing in general that historically we haven't, and even in this case I didn't do it for whatever dumb reason. Right, so you just end up with these ginormous functions that are a pain in the ass to read and maintain, and then everybody hates you. And yeah. And arguably we could split this into two separate, but this is probably okay for now. Oh, this needs to return a widget field. Right, but this will be easier for reviewers to go to, because just be, all right, if it's this, do that, if it's that, right, they can skim through this because the logic will be there, like, all right, did we get all the fields? Yeah, right, they're not hidden behind a whole bunch of shit. Let's make this consistent. Yay! Now that function's actually maintainable. Sweet. Yep. We'll make sure this all works. It should. Not old. Dang it. So I want to get rid of it. It's in the way. Keep it in the wrong thing. Yep. So everything looks like it's still working. We don't have the specialized fields yet, but that's okay. Icons are broken because we need to fix those. Is that how all this looks? For some reason, this seems like it's different. Oh, no, okay. Yeah, those are just labels. It just looks different because we don't have all the extra stuff. Although, why do the icons work here but not here? Oh, because this is in the flat pack? This is in the thing? Hmm. Hmm. We might want to add a property to account that says editable or display or editable, and if it's not, it just shows the account. That could be interesting. But whatever. So let's do else if purple is request field image, request field widget field equals Pidgin record. Generate image request field. Right now, the majority of this function has turned into a dispatcher, right? Or we had all that nested logic, and that's just a pain. So now it better. Oh, this is okay. We need to. Yeah. Okay. We'll come back to that, but yeah. Generate image. Purple request field. Oh, right. This is depending on the purple image thing. But that's okay. So purple image we have as bytes now, and GTK image has a bytes property, I believe. Or not. Okay. Oh, we made image implement gicon. So we can just do set gicon. Yes. All right. So this is going to be similar to one of these guys. Not the spin row. This guy. Right. So we're going to create the box. We're going to add a label if it exists. Otherwise, oh, right. Okay. Or what? Does this do anything? Request field label to titles label. I don't think this makes a difference. Let's look real quick though. So this is the multi-line text. Okay, yep. If I get rid of this, oh, I have to compile first. That'd be helpful. Yeah, that doesn't seem to matter. Oh yeah, we didn't create the widget yet. That's fine. There was some compile warning though, I thought. Oh, okay. So, yeah, generate. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah. So the title doesn't work. So if we have a title, then we create the widget and then we do the thing. All right. So. Title equals null, GTK widget star image equals null. Yeah, we'll be okay that way. All right. I'm just gonna copy this shit. Oh, we named it VBox anyways. Alright, so then we create the VBox. We create a new title widget, line start, set margin 1212. We add the subtitle class to it. We add it to the box, and we bind the label to that. Cool. And we say image equals GTK image new. I don't know that I don't think from G icon's gonna bind it or anything. So we're gonna say new and then bind the property, assuming the property is writable, and it is. Okay. Oh. Oh no. Oh. Okay, we did make this get image. The problem is this image will swap out. Oh no, that's fine. I'm being dumb. It's just named image. Yeah, good. Okay. So then what we should just be able to do is say GObject bind property request field image to the image, comma, was it icon or G icon? G icon. G binding sync create. In theory, that's it. I was trying to check for more compile errors. Oh, I forgot something important. Like packing the image into the box. I spelled fucking G icon wrong. Okay. We probably want to change this around. Or not change it around, but so there's icon size. Oh, I don't know if that works. Place the image as an icon with size that is determined by the application. See GTK picture if you want to show an image at its actual size. I forgot pictures are here too. But I don't think picture's gonna work this way. Yeah. We don't necessarily want it at the full size either. I think there's like a pixel size. Yeah, pixel size. Set to a value not equal to -1. The property overrides icon size property for images type of icon name. All right, so icon size is a GTK icon size. I guess we're going to set this to large and we'll see what happens. This is going to be something we're going to have to play with it over time, I think. Okay, so that's better, but people are gonna want stuff bigger than icons. Like, so like I said, like this is used for like QR codes and stuff right now, which is okay, but that's clearly not what we're gonna want to do here. The problem is I don't know what the size should be. Let's try inherent. I don't think this is gonna work. What's the default? Of the property. The default is inherit, which is too small. So that doesn't matter. And from the purple image, we don't know the size. Sorry, I should say resolution. GDK texture from bytes. I don't think there's a bind to bytes. No. Well, okay. I'm not... Okay, let's try this. Oh, we need a texture too. Oh, I don't think purple image has a quick way to get this. Or by quick way, I mean, yeah, you gotta call get con. Oh no, get contents works. Okay. Oh right, because bytes has the size in it, right? The number of bytes. That's why get data is here because that gives you both of them. But bytes is what you want generally. Okay. New from bytes. Okay, we can work with that. That's cool. That's cool. Purple image, get contents. Oh, we have to get the... Alright, then if error is not equal to null, label equals fail to load image. That's supposed to be there. Label equals GTK label new. Wait, does take the string? Like, I think it takes the string. Widget, add CSS class. Picture GTK picture new. Oh, we just do new for paintable. GTK texture implements GTK paintable, so we can use it that way. Like, we can bind the paintable, but it doesn't make sense because we can't. There's no. Well, actually, let's see. What else is there for paintable? Oh yeah. What actually are the properties we can bind? I don't think we can bind anything worthwhile. Oh, we can get the paintable. Okay, so hold on. Can we buy... I know there's other types of paintables. I don't remember what they are, though. Implementations. Memory texture, GTK texture, memory texture. Yeah, these aren't going to work. This doesn't have any properties. Oh, yeah, and you've got to know enough of that to do that. We don't have that data. So we can't do that. GL texture, GMA texture, this is going to be the same deal. We're not going to have any of this information. Oh, but this is a texture. Interesting. Alright, whatever. Oh, alright, so we can create the texture, but it doesn't matter. Shit, was it picture new for paintable? And then this is going to be transfer none, I'm sure. Data is owned by the caller. Cool. There's no properties to bind because, yep. Okay, fix one problem. Oh, I typed the wrong thing too. 263. This is supposed to say label. Oh, it's not pack start anymore. That is very old, very old. Hey, there we go. Although we lost the image now? What the hell? What? What the fuck? Yep, we do see here. Where the hell did this error go? There's no error, there's no warning, it just didn't display. It worked once, what the fuck? I'm very confused. We didn't get an error. We didn't clear the... What the fuck, man? We saw it work once. I don't understand why it stopped working and won't work again. Confused. Very, very confused. Oh, damn. We're in an ad. I kind of need water, but it's all right. What's the content fit? I'm assuming aspect ratio is just kept. Content fit. Scale the content fit to fit the allocation while taking its aspect ratio into consideration. The resulting content will appear letterboxed if it's yeah. So I think this should be the default. I would assume. Yeah. What am I doing wrong here? Ugh. Oh, did we put alt text in here? Oh, we did not. I don't think so. We should do that. We're not gonna do it right now, but we should. Was it the QR code where we're going to put alt text? Or apparently that was just talked about in an issue. Okay. It's pretty. It's important to have alt text with images, and this is a quick and easy property to add. Fuck it, we're just gonna do it right now. Try not to scope creep anything, but this is fast and easy, and then I can get it done right away with the with this pull request. Oh, this should be on the image. Really? Okay. A little different, but yeah, that's fine. Ugh. Cool. Sassafras is over there meowing away. Almost done. Alright, this should build. Then we gotta write the unit test to test it, and then we're good. Come on. Test image.c. We don't have a property use. We don't just have like a generic new. Yeah, because you can't set bytes afterwards. Okay. I guess we can try it this way. See what happens. So worst that happens, we have to rewrite it. Oh no. I see a G car in here. No. Okay. Well, actually, what are the properties here? There's file name, contents, data. We're just gonna do separate tests for alt text. Yes, I know the namespace doesn't match. We should, well, I suppose we can do all these right now. Just, we're driving by too much stuff, I think, but it's fine. The joys of large code bases. Sometimes you miss shit. And you have to go clean it up. Actually, not even necessarily large, but complicated. Yeah, we'll just grab new from data. Okay, good. Oh, right, we're not actually going to test the property wiring this way, though. Use GObject get to make sure everything is wired properly. This is the main reason we have that properties unit test that we always implement, is to make sure all that works. So that ends up calling the getters and setters anyway, so it's fine. A picture is an image. Oh, that's fine. That's null. Let me do this again. Okay, so we make sure it's null, then we set it, make sure it's not null, and then we'll make sure we can set it null again. Sure, whatever, cares. Alt text, this is an image equals null. Oh. I didn't fix that part. Okay, cool. Sweet. $18,171. $46.34. Do. All right, like I said, it'll be quick and fast and easy to do, and it's a good win. $46.34. No, Pidgin is a very old open source project that used to go by the name of Game. It abstracts out the user interfaces and chat protocols so that you can use any chat protocol in the same client. So up above me, this is Twitch chat in Pidgin 3. Right, so that's Twitch. But if we look over here, we also have this example Echo account thing, which, okay, oh, that's not gonna work because it's broke right now. Hold on, let me do this. We can leave that. The Echo user just says whatever back to you, right? That's another completely different protocol, not tied to Twitch. By default now, we also, or in the main tree, we only have support for IRC and demo right now. We're still rebuilding and working on a lot of stuff. We have a bunch of support for Zulip so far, but right now it's only DMs. We haven't implemented chats yet, but it does all sorts of stuff. Back in the day, Pidgin/game supported AIM, MSN, ICQ, Yahoo, and XMPP/Jabber. But since then, there's a ton of other protocols for Pidgin 2 that are still out there. The issues with Pidgin 2 is that the API and everything was designed for a different era of chat. So a lot of the modern chat stuff isn't even reasonably implementable in Pidgin 2. So we're trying to fix all of that in Pidgin 3. But yeah. But we don't try to create our own protocol or anything. We just speak the native protocols. And we put them all in the same client. But we do that all in a library called libpurple, so people can build their own user interfaces on top of it as well. All right, that's all done. All right, so now we got alt text on images. Ooh. On the request page, we've got this. Yeah. So now we can do G object find property image alt text comma picture shit, what was it? Oh, it's alternative text. Okay, that's probably, yeah, the property is alternative text. Okay. But now the demo protocol, demo actions.c. Oop, okay. So now it actually has an alt text in it. Yeah, so here's a better example, right? So here we're on IRC. I don't know why I'm not on my Pidgin room. Right? So we're on IRC. This is literal, real IRC here. Right? We get message notifications, whatever. But here we're also on Zulip. So I can say hiya on Zulip. And then... Oh, okay, hold on. That's myself. That's weird. Oh, I'm logged in as Grim here. Not Merg. Or... What? Hold on, I'm very confused. Is that actually... Okay, that is. Oh, I don't have I have local echoes messed up. That's messed up. Okay, so that's a bug that needs to be fixed. Yo, what's up? All right, so we're actually just talking the different protocols in the same client. Back to the lobby? You mean like the Twitch main page? Speaker says, hello, today I'm going into meeting for your first one in open source. You're nervous? Like you failed GSOC? What do you mean a meeting for open source? Has to work still and the org have meeting today? Huh. Oh, for GSOC. Well, GSOC should already be started. But I don't know. Also, sorry, I'm realizing that was 15 minutes ago, but yeah. Oh, weird. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, so, you know, Pidgin 3 has a lot of work to be done yet. We haven't even started polishing the UI yet. So people are like, oh, it's gross, it's ugly. Like, yeah, that's kind of the point. Because we're trying to get people to not actually work or try to use it yet. Because we have a ton of work to do. And we understand that that is the problem. And we don't want a whole bunch of bug reports like, this is broke, that's broke, this is broke. Like, yeah, we know. We've been ignoring it because of reason XYZ. But people won't be satisfied with that, and then they will just drive us nuts. And I don't want to deal with that. So, yeah. Why is this not working? We saw this work once. I don't understand why it stopped working. Actually, I kind of want to rework this. Put the expected path up here first. I still think this is part of the problem, but it shouldn't be. That like doesn't. What the fuck is going on, man? All right, let's read if there's something we're missing on picture that we're supposed to do. Want to load an image from file. Okay. If the file isn't loaded, picture will contain a broken image icon similar to that used in many web browsers. And then to load. Sometimes an application will want to avoid depending on external data files. Uh-huh. What the hell, man? Ugh. What does this mean? If the rendering of the contents is isolated from the rest of the widget tree. Okay, yeah, I don't think we care about that. It's like the future is scared of you looking into Pidgin? Well, okay. Sure. And like I said, we're a very old project. Pidgin was first named Game, and it was created in 1998. I've been involved in the project since 2003, so for 23 years, and I took over the project in 2016, which was 10 years ago. So I don't think the future gives a shit about Pidgin, but you know, maybe your mileage may vary. I don't know. Data is owned by the caller. Which, I don't understand this. Alright, for lulls, we're gonna try this. It might be the Adwada list row. It doesn't want to be packed in that. Nope, that didn't make a difference. Did we get a warning? Oh, because we have to undo that. No, that still didn't give a shit. I didn't give me an error either. This is supposed to be the easy one. Realizing. Oh, and also I should mention this right away. We are not welcoming of AI assisted anything. We want nothing to do with AI. I'm just gonna throw that out there. And why? Because I said so. Yeah, this has got to be a GTK bug. All right. What the hell's the other one? Content fit. Cover the entire allocation while taking the content aspect ratio into consideration. The resulting content will appear as clipped if the aspect ratio is different from these. Well, let's set this and see what the hell happens. Okay, yeah, that looks fine. This is so weird. I guess let me try this. No difference. No difference. Huh? No difference. Yeah, this is so weird. Alright, that's supposed to be Phil. What the fuck? Oh, let's try this real quick. This is dumb, but maybe. We set this to humongous. Interesting. Was there a shrink property on this? I know there's the content fit, but can shrink. This is gonna default to true. We're gonna set can shrink to false, and let's watch this work. There we go. Son of a bitch. All right. Either way, we figured it out. Thank you, GTK Debugger. We shouldn't need this. We just need to say set can shrink. Hey, there we go. Yes, 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 yes. There we go. Okay, now we're done with image. What a pain in the ass. Oh, fuck, we just missed the ad, too. All right, we're taking a break anyways. I gotta pee, I gotta get water. I'll be right back. All right, much better. All right. Ugh. I put that at the bottom, right? Yeah. Okay. So I believe there's an Adwada drop down. Combo, that's what it's called. I'm like, why can't I find this? Gross hard trunk of my beef stick. That's what she said. Two of them. G object, find property, quest field, comma, label, comma, widget field, comma, title. Gee, okay, so, oh, no, say, something like that. No, what the hell is it? Exit, non-zero. I can never remember what this is. It's like WNZ or something. Nope. How to close Vim editor with non-zero. Yeah. CQ. There you go. One of these days I'll remember that. Morning, Dan. How are you? A choice. That's all it had before, so it doesn't actually help. Son of a bitch. Oh, I'm wondering if we should add an icon. Oh, I don't know what the icon would do for you. Oh no. Then we have to bind the selected index, but we'll check that in a second. Friday and quiet from sport, can't complain. Nice. Cool. Yep. So we have to implement the renderer and all that stuff, but we're getting there. Oh, we should add a link here. Nope. Okay. Yep. I forget the next part of this. Oh, the image, if we allow it to shrink, because it's in a list item, it gets shrunk all the time. Or it gets, if we allow it to shrink, it's often not displayed. It took a while to find the property that made it work. They're just using string list, so that doesn't work for us. What are the other properties here? So we need a list factory as well. We set the model. Selected. We have to set the model before we do all the bindings. Oh, your selection is not going to work. Bi-directional. Okay, we can't actually, oh, actually, we can see the result. Okay, so if I hit this, oh no, we don't actually save anything yet. Damn. We didn't implement the buttons yet. All right, we just have the close button here. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, no, it's because I didn't, no. When I go back into the window, it zooms me up to the other monitor. Whatever. Oh. All right. So in theory, that'll work. We have to implement the actual, like, hitting OK and cancel on these things. We haven't done any of that yet. So, but we need to implement the model here. The model should be relatively straightforward. Or not the model, the factory. All right, so like we could use the expression too, but oh, maybe an expression will be easier. Except I always forget how to use this damn thing. So there's like subclasses and shit to this, I believe. Oh, bind target's property, name, okay, so GTK expression bind. Why did that take me out to here? Weird. Okay, whatever. Binds target's property to self. Yeah, let's just try it this way. Object expression? Property? No, we want property expression true. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Yep. Okay. Oh. Wait, what? Create an expression that looks up a property. The object is used by evaluating the expression or using this argument with expression. What's it? Expression to evaluate to get the object to query or null to query this object. Well, we'll try with null and we'll see what it does. What was it? Property expression? Two S's, right? Yeah. Presumably this will free it, but we'll check that in a second. Oh, all-wheel drive combo row. Oh, cool. That actually worked. So I don't have to fuck around with the factory or anything. That just did the right thing. Cool. But we need to look at set, add a lot of combo row, set expression, data zone by the caller. Yep, I assumed as much. All right, so that'll be combo rows. We still have to actually make everything work, but the OK buttons and stuff. But yeah, so this is roughly what this is. You know what the current new one looks like. The default thing's a little weird. We'll figure out how to deal with that later. But for the old version, it looks a little different. We got rid of the icon and the account name. I don't know that we necessarily need or want that. Maybe we'll put it back in later. Sensitive doesn't work. I don't know why the icons aren't working. Sensitive, we need to troubleshoot, but that wasn't working over here either. Oh no, it was working here. Huh. Alright. Well, we'll figure that. Oh, I know why it's not working right now. I didn't wire it up anyway. But yeah, so there's a little difference in some of these. I don't remember why this changed. I think we built this one manually, where this is actually a spinner row in Edwata. So this is what you'd expect to see with everything else. Oh, why is... Oh, because we built this combo ourselves. We didn't use the Edwata row. But sure, this looks fine. Right, we don't have to do. We haven't done the list yet. I gotta implement that. That's not a big deal, but we need to do that. Icon or image, we made the image bigger because it should be bigger. And then the accounts still work and do the right thing. So Yep. But then we don't have the OK or cancel button. Or we don't have the OK button yet. We just have a close, which we should probably have as cancel. But let's fix that right away. But we're getting there. We are getting there. All right, now it says cancel. Cool. Okay. We've got to do lists. Oh, and then we actually have to make this stuff do the right thing. We still have to figure out exactly how that's going to work. Because we're not quite there yet. All right, I'm just gonna complain. Oh, why the hell did I fuck this up? Oh, I have an extra brace. That's how I fucked it up. I'm like, what? How could I possibly? Yeah, so the list items just don't get here because they our fallback doesn't actually do anything. Oh, we should add a separate one for label. Yeah, I wanted to do this. Oh, that's wrong. That's not what I meant to do at all. You heard I used, I mean, I did back in the day. Everybody did. I remember it was a big deal that instead of AOL having their own shitty browser, you could use Internet Explorer with AOL. I remember those days. I was on Mac OS 8, I think. It might have still been 7.5. I can't remember if that was AOL 3 or 4. But, yeah. Welcome to old. Oh, we want to undo that one. Because we should have everything here. No, I meant to. Yep. Let's get rid of this for a minute. Right, so if it's a type we don't know how to handle, how to build, we will get it, but it will have a red, it'll be marked as an error. Yay, right? People be like, why is this red? Be like, oh, because you don't implement it. Or that's not implemented, right? Like, cool. Ooh. And then we have to decide, we're probably not going to, but we have to decide if we're going to do QR codes here or not. We should probably do the QR stuff as a separate widget. It's probably the easiest way to do it, honestly. But we'll see. All right. Generate list. Woo! GTK widget star widget field equals null. Turn widget field. Nice. So there's no like Edwada row for list for better or worse. No, we deleted the old code, so I can't easily check it either of what we did. I mean, I can, but it's just annoying. Oh no, it's already deleted. I'd have to go back in history. That's a pain in the ass. 2.94.0. Should be right. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Files. Pidgin. GTK request.c. Oh, dialog icon. I thought I'd read that as drag. I was like, huh? Yeah, I don't know what the help stuff is actually. What is request help clicked? Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Right, string field, choice field, image field, int field, image field, combo count filter, list field item callback, list field selection change, create a list field. Okay, so we did the selection model. That's fine. That's easy peasy. Okay, it's just a list view with the factory and stuff in it, I guess. A list in a list is cursed, but it seems like that would be a better solution to this. Right? Like these tiny lists on the side. That seems not cool, right? I don't know. Let's not try to solve everything here. Let's make shit work the way, at least the close to the way it was, and then we'll adjust shit from there. Yeah, list is obviously. Oh no, that's the whole thing there. Well, the thing is, there's all this API and stuff here already, and the issue is I'm trying to decide what, like, should we make the layout better? Should we make it work better as we're re-implementing this, or just re-implement it? And that's where the problem comes from. Oh, the selection shit's gonna suck too. Ugh. All right. But we created a scrolled window. We plopped the list into there, and oh, we do automatic even. Oh yeah, it's a good comment to keep. Oh, does that work? Cool, cool, cool. All right. This looks daunting, but it's not actually that bad. All right. So I forgot we need the scrolled window. I think it's just that now. Then it was set the policy, all that bullshit. We can grab this. Okay, let me say list view equals GTK, list view, new. Is there new with model? Oh, okay, we can give the model and the factory. All right, cool. Yeah, we have to. Oh, this doesn't work yet. God damn it. Or is it selection or list selection? This is where the stuff gets stupidly complicated. Oh. All right, GTK selection model. That's what it is. If purple request field list get multi select. I really don't want to cast this. Did this get? Oh yeah, why don't we do that way? That makes more sense. I was gonna say we could cast it as we pass it in, but that still is a pain. Where would that actually help us? Does it help us? Most of the time we don't have to worry about the cast because we're just binding the G object. Okay, there are a couple times. All right, fine. Oh, no, this one's fine, though. This one doesn't get cast. Image. Choice. Sure. Well, this is the problem, right? Like, I'm not a fan of the way any of this is turning out, but it's okay. Buck 31. So I didn't actually end up sleeping well last night because we had to take Slater to the emergency vet. He's doing kind of better. He's doing much better this morning, but now he's doing not the same shit he was doing yesterday, but he's moving better and stuff. I gave him fluid and appetite medicine to make him eat. It's like GTK selection. What the fuck is it? GTK multi-selection new. I don't know what the type is. Alright, then we can set this to the model. And then factory. Where are we already using this? Is this even used anymore? Oh, I guess so. Oh, no, we do want to do this because otherwise, the expression only works if you're doing the text. Oh, I didn't add the list to the thing. That's part of the problem. Part of the problem. Well, that's going to complain against the factories. No, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, looks better-ish. I don't know. Alright, we got a selection. We got to build our model. Maybe it does make more sense to do this way. Just take out the scroll window at the end, right? Build the list model here and go. How did QLogic do this before? Signal item factory. Now I have to worry about the selections. Alright, single item factory. Request page. What was the name? Okay, there's setup. List field, setup list item. Quest page, list field, bind list item callback. I use much more verbose names than most people do. I don't know. I feel they're a little tedious, but like your editor will finish it and shit, so who cares? And then everyone knows what the fuck you're trying to do. Static void. I'm just going to copy all his code, and then we'll just Pidgin request page, list field, setup, list item. Let me get rid of the callback. Well, whatever, leave callback, it's fine. Pull the data out of that, we get a box, we get a widget. We don't even care about the box because, yeah, we just need the, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, we don't even need this. We might need it in the future, so it's fine to leave it in there. Who cares? Alright, then binding this guy. This time we definitely need the data. We don't need any of that. Box and wrapper are gone. No. Wait, what? Okay, good item. G object, so object equals no. Object equals GTK list item get object. No, get item. Yeah, it's fine. Then we get that. Then we say G object bind property object comma label to label texts. Then create. That should do it. once I fix the part that's wrong. Oh, we're not using that. Cool. What was the other warning? Wait, why does I feel this undeclared? $370. Right. This is request field. Request field. Again, we're not actually, we don't need them, but we'll pass it in because we might need it in the future. Alright, why are these widgets all... Oh, they're here. Oh. Yeah, what the fuck. That's fun. Oh, I just got a message on Zulip, apparently. Hold on. Start talking about release candidates. When we're comfortable with those, we'll do 3 out general availability. It's finally guarantee. Blah blah blah. At some point, I haven't read this in a while. Ugh. So the thing is, like, lots of users want to use Pidgin because, you know, it's something that people want. The problem is, like I said earlier, there's so much that's broken, so much that doesn't work, that, like, telling users to go ahead and use this is just a waste of our time, right? And I don't mince words here because they're just gonna bug us about shit all the time, and it's not gonna work. Do I not explicitly say this? Huh. But regardless. Someone's like, my nickserv command doesn't work. Yeah, no shit. Commands are barely implemented. Like, this is like, now I had to, you know, go and reread the blog post, respond to them, answer them. This is what you like. Just chill out. Please. Oh, this is the problem. I'm just giving scrolled windows. This, yeah, okay. So we want to say, widget field equal, or return widget field. Oh, right. So that did the other thing before. So we're doing a weird setup here again. We got to do this. We're also going to need a label. That's okay. which means we also need a box. Son of a bitch. What, are we actually using action? No, we want to say preferences row. Where are we using action row? Oh, okay. Sure. The fun part is I get to go do all this again in game. So there'll be that. Yay. How do we add the widget to this thing? Oh, we call set child. Okay. Just give me this whole thing. There might be room to improve this code and stuff, but, you know, right now it's making this shit work. Alright, then we got the tile, then we got the scrolled window, and then we say GTK box append VBox scrolled window. Alright. Alright, there should... Oh. It's not labeled, it's supposed to be titled. I said box. Should be VBox. Oh, okay. So this is slightly different. This is more of what I was thinking these should maybe be, but you can see how a list in a list is kind of horrible. But what are the other differences here? This return the scrolled window. Oh, right. This packs it all into the row itself. So did this make an H box then? I just realized, I think there's an expander row. Where's the way that goes to like another row? I think it's under preferences. It kind of feels like a sub page would make more sense here, but also maybe not. I didn't realize I took over the whole damn window. I don't know how that's implemented either. Yeah. Dialogue push and pop sub page. Are we an add what a preferences dialogue? I don't remember. Alright, one. No, we're just a normal ass window. We're not a preference dialogue. Fuck, it's 1:30. There's nothing else besides subpages there. Box list. I don't know, maybe an expander? Yeah, so that's the spin row. Alright, let's see what an expander row looks like, at least API wise. Like, does it have a model and stuff? If it does, that'll make things easy, but I don't think it does. Yeah, that would have been too easy. Or maybe I'm misunderstanding. Let's use your wheel or hide widgets below it. It also allows the user to enable the expansion of the row, allowing to disable all the row contains. Oh. Let's do this real quick. That'll make the list a little bit better, but it's not going to make a difference right now because we don't actually have anything displaying in it. But you'll notice how the items are bigger. That's because they are that. All right, so in theory, let's do this. Instead of a list view with the factory crap, because we really don't need all that. It kind of made sense before with the icons and stuff, but we really don't need that. So I don't want to create widget function though. Not wrap box. That Edwada has a different one. The fuck is this called? Maybe it's not a different list? I thought it was a different list for some reason. This view does not have an expression. These APIs are so like non-consistent. Or inconsistent. That's the word I'm looking for. All right, fine. Wait, why didn't these bind right? We should be seeing the list items now. There's a whole bunch of bullshit. GTK tech, what is it then? Is it label? That's definitely not it. It is label. Son of a bitch. Like, this works, but it's crap. Right? That's why I hate this request API so much. Well, this and other reasons, but this wouldn't be so bad if I could try to, like, well, We're gonna try something that might be garbage, but we'll see. If we get rid of the scrolled window, this isn't great, but these lists shouldn't be super long. So that feels better. Right? I think that's okay for now. But yeah, so we probably want to do this too. We want to say label set use. Oh, it's used underline, not mnemonic. It used to be mnemonic. All right. Cool. Yep. Seems like a drop-down picker could have the same purpose as the list of labels, or is it for things that don't fit the drop-down rows? You mean like this one right here? The main difference is there's a list, and then there's a list that doesn't do multi-select, and then there's a list that does multi-select. That's the main difference. And previously, these list items supported icons. Maybe we'll bring that back at some point, but right now they don't. In theory, actually, well, we could do that. We'd break a bunch of people in the process, but yeah. I don't know. And like, I'm not really a fan of this API, but I've never been a fan of this API. The whole purpose of this API is an escape hatch, right? So protocols at some point have to ask the UI to do something. Oh, okay, that's what you're saying with both. I thought you were saying the choice and the list. But like this whole API is to give protocols an escape hatch, right? So it lets them prompt the user for information without having to be tied to a user interface. The thing is, it's been used for too much in the past, in my opinion. Actually, this doesn't have a label. That's the problem. Like the whole QR code stuff of people generating it with images and stuff. Like, yeah, I get it, but also that should have just been built into the fucking UI, and it should have had its own API, right? Request a QR code. Cool, right? And there should be like ask the user to enter a device authorization code or whatever, right? Like, when it's like, go to this website or scan this QR code and go to this website and put in this token or this ID or something, right? Or like, Fire TV has it and Twitch has it too. I'm going to switch Spasm to it, but I haven't yet. It's instead of Spasm doing the QR code, or instead of Spasm doing the OAuth flow, I can use the device code auth. So it'll say, go to this thing and enter this code. And then you enter the code and then it'll connect. But I got to finish this before I can do that. But, yeah. So this isn't ideal. It's not great, but it works. But I still want to kill off as much of this API as humanly possible. Yeah. All right. The sensitive thing's going to fuck up a lot of oh, no. Yeah, no, this should work. Oh, that's the problem. Okay. This doesn't work for us, though. Fuck. All right. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's the main thing. So, all right, so we've got selections to deal with yet, which are going to be a pain, but that's not horrible. And then we can actually make this dialogue work, but I don't think we're doing that tonight. Yeah, so lots of work's done. Most of the stuff's here. We got selections, and then actually making the damn dialogue work. Maybe we'll do that before we make the selections work, because the selections and the list are going to be a pain. And then, like I said, we still have to do the QR code stuff, which is going to be annoying, but it's not the end of the world. But the question is whether or not it becomes a separate code, and it's probably going to become a separate widget. Where, like, you give it a URI and an alternative text, and then it goes from there. Alright, we're going to get out of here. We're going to go toggle. He's doing his Rust game dev stuff. So, if you don't want to join the raid, you can go ahead and hit cancel up above chat. Otherwise, there's nothing else you need to do. YouTube, here's a link over to him. I don't know if he's actually multi-streaming. Is he multi-streaming? Oh, yeah, some shorts too. It doesn't look like he's multi-streaming. So, yeah, well, whatever. But if you want to go see him on Twitch, this is where we're going. Alright, anyways, in the meantime, you can find links to all my social media right over here. I do post on my Mastodon when I'm going to go live, so if you are interested in that and on the Fediverse, you can find a link to that right over here. Otherwise, you can also join us on the official Pidgin Zulip server, which you can, that's not how you spell Zulip, which you can find right over here as well. So, thank you everybody for coming by tonight, and until next time, adios.